You think you understand women. You think you've seen enough, heard enough, lived enough to know their hearts. But let me ask you, when was the last time a woman's silence kept you awake at night? Not her anger, not her words, not her rejection. Her silence. That space between her gaze and her next move. That is where the real game is played. And most men never learn the rules. I will not lie to you. This is not a comfortable conversation. You've been taught since boyhood that love is about giving more, showing more, proving more. They told you that if you give her your heart, your loyalty, your devotion, she will cherish you. But the truth is colder. Women are not drawn to men who give themselves away cheaply. They are drawn to men who guard themselves like an empire, men whose gates are not open to every passing traveler. Understand this. Attraction is not built in comfort. It is forged in the tension between what she wants and what she cannot fully have. A man who reveals every thought, every fear, every need, destroys the mystery that makes him desirable. You think she wants to know everything about you? No. She wants to feel that you are deeper than she can ever fully explore. That is what keeps her coming back. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." A woman's actions, her moods, her tests, these are outside events. You cannot control them, but you can control yourself. And when a man controls himself, he becomes dangerous, not because he's violent, not because he's cruel, but because he's untouchable. Do you know why some men leave a lasting mark on a woman's soul? Because they never give her the satisfaction of knowing they need her more than she needs them. They can love her fiercely, touch her deeply, but they will not crumble without her. This balance, this quiet power, is what turns ordinary relationships into obsessions. Right now, you may be giving too much of yourself away. You may be bleeding energy into a woman who hasn't earned it. And when you do that, she doesn't see generosity. She sees weakness. My friend, the lesson is simple. You are the fortress. Guard your gates. A woman will never tell you this directly, but she feels it the moment you start orbiting her like the sun around the earth. At first, she's flattered. Then, she grows bored. And finally, she loses respect. This is the silent death of desire. Not an argument, not betrayal, but the slow erosion of the tension that once made her pulse quicken. Men make a fatal mistake. They confuse comfort with attraction. Comfort is warm, safe, and familiar. But attraction is electric, unpredictable, and slightly dangerous. When you become too available, too predictable, she no longer has to think about you. You are just there, like furniture in a room. Useful, but unnoticed. Think back to the early days. The spark wasn't just physical, it was the uncertainty. She didn't know when you'd text, what you'd say, where you'd take her. She felt the thrill of discovery. That thrill is what her mind and body crave. And when you remove all challenge, when you pour yourself into her without restraint, you rob her of that craving. Marcus Aurelius would have told you, a man must master his impulses before he can master a relationship. And this is not about playing games. This is about discipline. Desire thrives in space, not in suffocation. When you pull back, not as a tactic, but because you are truly focused on your mission, your work, your growth, she feels it. And she will chase that feeling again. You may not realize it, but the women you've wanted the most have tested you. Not with words, but with silence, with distance, with small acts that stirred insecurity in you. They do this unconsciously, not to hurt you, but to measure you, to see if you remain unshaken, if you crack, if you beg, if you chase. The test is over and you failed. Never forget, A man's value in a woman's eyes is directly tied to how centered he remains under pressure. Any man can be calm when she's loving, affectionate, and sweet. But when she's distant, cold, or challenging, only a few men stay composed. Those men become unforgettable. You are not here to be her emotional safety net every time she feels restless. You are here to live your life so completely, so purposefully, that she feels lucky to be part of your world, never the other way around. If you want to understand women, you must first understand nature. Scarcity increases value. This is not just economics, it's biology, psychology, survival. What is rare is coveted. What is abundant is taken for granted. And in relationships, a man's presence can be either the rare jewel or the common stone, depending entirely on how he gives it. A woman will not admit this openly because it sounds cruel, but it is deeply wired into her instincts. The man who appears too often, who is always available, loses the air of mystery and strength that first drew her in. She may love him, she may appreciate him, but she will not feel the same hunger for him. The human mind is drawn toward the uncertain, the unpredictable. It's the possibility of loss, not the guarantee of possession, that keeps the pulse alive. Marcus Aurelius taught that we should keep yourself simple, good, pure, serious, unpretentious. Apply that to your relationships. You are not a circus for her amusement, nor a servant for her comfort. You are the steady flame she cannot quite control, and the moment she feels she fully owns you, the fire in her chest begins to cool. This is why some men, without wealth, without movie star looks, still command deep loyalty and obsession from women. They are scarce, not because they pretend to be, but because they live lives so full of purpose that they cannot be at her feet all day. Their time is a treasure, and she knows it. When she gets it, she savors it. But you, my friend, have been tricked. Movies, songs, society. They told you love means constant attention, endless reassurance, total transparency. In reality, these things rot the very attraction you're trying to build. Love without polarity becomes friendship, and friendship is not what her body or her deepest mind craves from you. So, here is a truth few will speak aloud. To keep a woman's desire alive, you must remain slightly out of reach. Not as a manipulation, but as a reality. You must have a life that demands you, passions that pull you, a purpose that consumes you. She should feel that when she is with you, she has the best of you, but not all of you. Scarcity is not absence. It is presence with limits. And when you master this balance, you will never have to make her want you. She will feel it every time you walk into the room. A woman's tests are not random. They are instinct. She may not even realize she's doing it, but every cold shoulder, every delayed reply, every subtle withdrawal of affection is part of a deep, ancient mechanism designed to answer one question: are you the man you appeared to be? Understand this. She is not testing your wallet, your muscles, or your words. She is testing your center, your ability to remain unshaken when her warmth turns to frost. This is not cruelty, it's biology. In the wild, a female had to choose a mate who would not panic when conditions turned harsh. Today, the threats are not lions or hunger, but the test remains. The average man fails instantly. She pulls away, and he lunges forward. She delays a reply, and he sends 3 more messages. She acts distant, and he showers her with reassurance. In his mind, he's fighting for her. In her mind, he's revealing weakness. The frame has shifted. She is the prize, and he eyes as chasing. And once that dynamic flips, desire begins its slow death. Marcus Aurelius would have smiled at this because it is simply another form of the Stoic discipline. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. When she tests you, do not respond with fear, with lies, with flattery meant to patch over the discomfort. Respond with nothing but steadiness, your tone, your actions, your pace, unchanged. A high-value man is not immune to pain, but he is immune to panic. When a woman senses that you will not collapse to keep her, something shifts in her. She sees you as solid, unshakable, a man worth following. If you can pass these tests without resentment or neediness, you rise in her eyes. Fail them, and you confirm her worst suspicion. You are not the man you first appeared to be. The truth most men cannot face is this: she must feel that losing you would wound her more than losing her would wound you. Not because you are cold, but because you are grounded. Your life is bigger than her approval. Your mission outlives her presence. This is the paradox of desire. The less you need her, the more she will crave you. There comes a moment when a man finally understands, not just in theory but in his bones, that he is the center of his own life, that his value is not defined by a woman's affection, her moods, or her approval. And when that moment comes, something profound shifts. The entire dynamic of every relationship he has, past, present, and future, changes forever. You've been told that power in relationships is a bad thing. That balance means both people should hold equal sway at all times. But in truth, there is always a center of gravity. Someone's reality will dominate. The one who is least dependent on the other becomes the gravitational force. And in a healthy, passionate relationship, the man should be that force, not through dominance or control, but through unshakable self-possession. P.S. You no longer bend your schedule to her whims. She begins to value your time. When you no longer feel the urge to explain every decision for her approval, she begins to respect your authority. When you can look her in the eyes and without anger walk away from disrespect, she feels both fear and admiration. This is the paradox. The moment you can truly live without her is the moment she feels most deeply bound to you. Marcus Aurelius warned against letting others' opinions become our chains. This includes the woman you love. When you free yourself from the prison of needing her validation, you walk like a man who cannot be owned. And the irony is, that's when she wants you most, because her instincts tell her you are rare. Most men think attraction is about constant pursuit. They chase until she stops running, only to find she's lost interest. The truth is, the more grounded you are in your own path, the more she runs toward you. This is not arrogance, it's gravity. Your life must be so rich, your purpose so consuming, that she feels she is stepping into something greater by being with you. When you reach this state, her tests become lighter, her respect deeper, her desire sharper. You no longer fear losing her because you know you were whole before she arrived, and you will remain whole if she leaves. That is the quiet power every man craves but few ever claim.